Allison Meyer is suing Ross Lucas in the amount of $622. Ms. Meyer claims her restaurant manager accused her of letting friends run out on their bill and says he took the money out of her paycheck to cover the stranger's tab.
State your name.
Allison Meyer.
Sir?
Ross Lucas.
All right. You're suing him for $622, your former boss, for unfairly withholding money from your paycheck?
Yes.
Start with you. Tell me how long you were working there, the nature of the business. Tell me background.
Sure. So I'd been working for Mr. Lucas for a few weeks. He had approached me after I held my sister's birthday party over there. I am a bottle service girl, and I have been for about the past 3 years. I have a huge following on Instagram, so when we had our party over there, there was a ton of people, and we just brought the party. We had shots, we had bottles, we definitely racked up a big bill for Mr. Lucas.
How much?
It was about $3,000.
Section or table or for what?
It was for our whole party, for the 50 people.
50?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good price for...
Yeah.
It's moderate for
Yes.
50 people. $3,000 at a club?
Correct. And that's...
For 50 people?
That's...
Where's that club, Amir? You and your siblings like clubbing?
Sounds like
your brother?
Sounds like somebody's basement.
No, sounds like somebody's basement. And sir, you part of the establishment?
Yes, sir. I'm the
You
owner.
give me some background.
I'm the manager there. I've owned the restaurant for about 11 years in Illinois. Just knew that there's something special about her, so I decided to take a chance and hire her.
Employee.
It's great at first, you know. She would talk to customers, have great interactions with them, get them upsells on the beers and the hookahs and everything like that. A couple times we did have an incident where we had a four-top come in. I know it was her friends. She says it wasn't her friends, but the way she was going over there, carrying on for about 20 minutes at a time, at any restaurant, if you know the people, you're going to carry on for about 20 minutes. In my opinion, they knew each other. Turned out, the server comes to me later on, they can't afford their bill. Their card is declined.
The folks that she was talking to.
So, Your Honor, can I just say that those were not my friends. I have met them
We'll get to
before.
that. Let him finish.
So I was concerned. You know, customers can't afford the bill. I'm concerned, especially when they seem to be having...
But you don't require them to put cards down?
Well, we did have a policy change at the start of this year. I got a sign right here. I put it up above our credit card machine. And I brought it in as evidence to show that we have a strict training policy here. All credit cards are on file for all parties over 5.
So what did they say when you brought the card back and said it didn't go through?
So that wasn't my table. It was another person's table. That specific incident.
Sir, how are you going to hold her responsible for something that she wasn't involved in?
Well, this was actually an incident that happened before the incident that we're talking about here. The incident we're talking about here now was her table, and it was a 10-top.
Go ahead.
And she took the table. She was running. She did the card. I saw her do a card authorization for it. She gave the card back to the table and went about carrying the business. Now, granted, it was a busy night.
How will Judge Mathis? Let's talk about that night.
Yes. So that's the incident where he took it out of my check. There was a table of 10 that came in. I did take the card and authorized it. We only swipe the card for an authorization to approve that they have at least $100 on the card. So I swiped it, gave it back to them, gave them their food and drinks, and they had left. And so So
they walked out on the bill entirely?
Yes. And so when I realized that, in the midst of all the craziness, I went back, swiped their card. That's when I realized that it was a gift card. It was a gift card for $100.
Well, first of all, whether it's a gift card, credit card, whatever kind of card, they walked out on it. Sir, I'm sure this happens regularly. So what is your policy when the customers run out on their bill?
Well, my policy is I am not going to be taken advantage of, so I hold my employees, the server, responsible.
All right, you're not going to be taken advantage of. No. That's your policy?
That was not something
I don't believe she's taking advantage of you. Grant her the judgment. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $622.
Well, I'm sure you're happy with the outcome.
Yeah, I am. I definitely need that money, and next time you hire someone, you should tell them your policies.
I'll make sure of that.
Yeah.
Follow me this way.
Judge Mathis.
Anissa Harris is suing Darren Newman in the amount of $1,000. Ms. Harris claims she was hired to provide a food festival booth for Mr. Newman to promote his line of sauces and says the event was a success, so he needs to pay up.
Ma'am, you're suing the defendant for $1,000, alleging he owes this for an outstanding invoice for your marketing services?
Yes, that is
correct.
correct.
Start with you.
I design, build, develop, and create fantasy spaces that create life-changing advancements for my client. I could turn this room into a belly dancing palace if you wanted, and you would think you're in Morocco.
Do people hire you, rich people or poor people,
Yes.
to come in and set up something, an engagement situation in their house that might have some designs that
Absolutely.
look fantastic? Okay.
Absolutely. Maybe you want a circus for your kid's birthday party. You want a rodeo for your company's convention.
What are you going to do for my wife's 60th birthday? I want to hire you. Give me some ideas.
I'm going to make
60th birthday, what you going to do at our house?
Pirate Queen. Your house is going to be a pirate ship filled with pearls, gold, silver, rubies, more jewelry, more silk than she can ever imagine. She will have the experience of being a powerful, beloved, beautiful queen.
What do I get out of that?
You will get happy wife, happy life.
What's your fantasy?
My fantasy.
She said she fulfills fantasy. Did she fulfill your fantasy?
My fantasy is making a lot of money.
All right, so she did good. He said you fulfilled his fantasy to make a lot of money.
Yes, I
good.
did.
Very
I
good.
did. I made
so
it.
why are you suing the man? Because he didn't pay for all the money you made him.
Because he didn't pay for it. Yeah,
All
I
right,
had his
because he
back.
was so boastful. Yeah, my fantasy is making a lot of money. She fulfill your fantasy? Yeah, she making a lot of money. So, okay, good. This ain't going to be no problem if you win because he got a lot of money. Tell me about your business dealings with this gentleman.
His art form is sauces. He's a saucier. He told me about this food festival coming up. I said, I can get food distributors, restaurateurs, chefs lining up to place huge orders for your sauces. I also asked him, so can you get me into the festival? Do you get some free vendor passes? He said, no, I don't get free vendor passes, but I can get you in as an employee. So he had these nice college kids, young men working for him, but they didn't get it. They're like, oh, I'll tidy up the sauces. Meanwhile, I'm getting the chefs, the food distribution company reps, tasting this. They're lining up. If he follows up with this, he'll be a millionaire a year from now.
Sir, what do you have to say about that? She said if you follow up on it, in a year from now, she'll make you a millionaire.
We made an agreement. And
What was the agreement?
The agreement was I pay her for $600 to come down and set up the booth.
And did she do that?
Yes, she did.
All right, good.
She did.
Let me hear from you, man. Why are you suing?
At the end of the day, I asked, do you want me to work for you again tomorrow? And he was grateful and excited. He's like, sure, if you want to. So I came back and I worked my butt off again the next day. And I got friendly with the college kids. They're working. And I'm like, hey, so you're independent contractors here too. What are you? Because I didn't know how much. I'd agreed to work, but I didn't know how much. They each told me they're getting $200 a piece per day. So I figure that.
Judge Mathis. First question as I was about to ask. When you first requested to work in his booth or to get him to get you inside, it was to use an employee ban. And that was for you to get inside, not for you to work, correct?
Well, I assumed that if I'm coming
You
in as an
assume.
employee,
I'm
I have to
asking
work.
you, when you asked him, you wanted to get inside, not to work. You wanted a ban. I heard what you said earlier. You said, I want to get in there. Do you have any VIPs or what is it you said you
And he
asking
said
for?
no, yeah.
But he said, I will get you in with my employee ban.
Yeah, as an
doing
employee.
you,
I'll
doing
get you
you
in
a
as a-
favor. This has nothing to do with a contract.
Well,
He
you don't
did
get to
you
do
that
all the
favor. Your
things.
claim is dismissed, ma'am. You can't keep interrupting me like that. Have a good day. Bye.
All right.
It's called contempt.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
I didn't even get a chance to put out all the other information, but I think the judge made a good decision.
You think you don't even owe me for the $600 for the booth?
I'll give you a ride home.
Judge Mathis.
David Wilkes is suing Trinity Peterson in the amount of $1,125. Mr. Wilkes claims his date offered to give him a massage and says the defendant was so rough his shoulder was injured and he had to miss work.
All right, sir, and you're suing the defendant $1,125, alleging she owes this money because she injured you during a deep tissue massage at her business.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Give me some background on this.
So late last year, I downloaded some dating apps. It was a recommendation from my friends. I work as a stonemason. I met with her, and we went to a bar, had a couple drinks, and really enjoyed each other's company. I thought we really hit it off, and I believe she felt the same way. So she decided to have me over at her home, which is also her place of business. And she said that if she was going to cook dinner for me, that I ought to bring the wine over. So I came over with the wine, we had dinner, and she asked me if I wanted a massage. I've never had a massage before, so I have absolutely no idea what to expect. Well, she asked me what kind of massage I wanted, and because I've never had a massage, I don't know what kind of massages there are out there. She said, did you want to get a Swedish massage, which is what the little ladies get?
Or did you want? Say it again, the little ladies get.
The little ladies get, yeah, that's what she said.
Go ahead, I don't know what that meant.
I didn't know what it meant either at the time. And she said, would you like to get a deep tissue massage, the one that the real men get?
I know what that means.
So I felt a little pressure to say that I wanted to get a deep tissue massage. So she proceeded and she started massaging my lower back, and it felt okay. And things started happening a little bit.
Coming up.
Things like what? I don't know what you meant by that. Have you moved over from the massage?
No, we're still on the massage table.
Pardon?
We're still on the massage table.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm cricking up my nose because I knew what a deep tissue massage was. I had it one time and I threw that lady off of me. I said, no, I got to go because it hurt. Go ahead. And I was sore. So you may have chosen the wrong one, but let's hear it out.
So she starts working her way up into my upper shoulder area. And that's when she starts using her elbow to dig deep into the shoulder. I let out a few noises. I say it hurts. And I didn't say stop at that point, but I probably should have.
Yes. You should have ran like I did. Go ahead.
At that point, it was already too late. And that's when I realized she probably had a little too much to drink. Because she was in some kind of a game. She even told me to say uncle.
I was joking, Your Honor. I took it seriously.
Freaky.
Well,
that's her thing. Okay.
I didn't know it was a joke. The next day, I get up and there's a pain in my shoulder. I proceed to call the doctor. I proceed to email my workplace and let them know that I'm unable to attend work on that day.
All right, that's why you're suing her. All right, you had rough sex without the sex. All right, ma'am, let me hear from you. What do you say? He says you injured him, so he's suing you for a personal injury. Even though you weren't doing it in your professional capacity, you were doing it as part of the date you were on. You felt that that was a benefit of the date that he would appreciate.
Yes. To be fair, I usually don't incorporate sexual activity into any professional massage, but for this particular one, yes, we had a few drinks. We were having some fun.
You're dating the guy.
I did pressure checks, so it's his fault that he didn't speak up and say something. So, I mean, I thought it was a good night, but then he freaks out on me, starts cursing, starts getting up off the table, is yelling and is screaming at me. I'm actually scared in my own home at that point. And then
That's an exaggeration.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. Sir, you weren't hiring her in her professional capacity. You were on a date with her. And suppose, as is the case, some ladies and men, when they kiss, they like to bite the person's tongue. They like to bite the person's cheek. They like to bite the neck. That's part of their affection. That's the way they show their affection on that date. So what's going to happen? Get a little mark on your face, you get a little tongue stung a little bit. That's what this is tantamount to, sir.
Your Honor,
and that's why I'm dismissing your claim. This was engaging in an activity pursuant to a date you were on. It was not in her professional capacity. Have a good day. Claim dismissed.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Do you two have any final words for each other?
We do.
Yeah, I regret swiping right on you.
Whether you're on the clock or off the clock, you've got to be held accountable for your actions.
Judge Mathis.
David Wilkes is suing Trinity Peterson in the amount of $1,125. Mr. Wilkes claims his date offered to give him a massage and says the defendant was so rough his shoulder was injured and he had to miss work.
All right, sir, and you're suing the defendant $1,125, alleging she owes this money because she injured you during a deep tissue massage at her business.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Give me some background on this.
So late last year, I downloaded some dating apps. It was a recommendation from my friends. I work as a stonemason. I met with her and we went to a bar, had a couple drinks, and really enjoyed each other's company. I thought we really hit it off, and I believe she felt the same way. So she decided to have me over at her home, which is also her place of business. And she said that if she was going to cook dinner for me, that I ought to bring the wine over. So I came over with the wine, we had dinner, and she asked me if I wanted a massage. I've never had a massage before, so I have absolutely no idea what to expect. Well, she asked me what kind of massage I wanted, and because I've never had a massage, I don't know what kind of massages there are out there. She said, did you want to get a Swedish massage, which is what the little ladies get?
Or did you want? Say it again, the little ladies get.
The little ladies get, yeah, that's what she said.
Go ahead, I don't know what that meant.
I didn't know what it meant either at the time. And she said, would you like to get a deep tissue massage, the one that the real men get?
I know what that means.
So I felt a little pressure to say that I wanted to get a deep tissue massage. So she proceeded and she started massaging my lower back, and it felt okay. And things started happening a little bit.
Coming up.
Things like what? I don't know what you meant by that. Have you moved over from the massage?
No, we're still on the massage table.
Pardon?
We're still on the massage table.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm cricking up my nose because I knew what a deep tissue massage was. I had it one time and I threw that lady off of me. I said, no, I got to go because it hurt. Go ahead. And I was sore. So you may have chosen the wrong one, but let's hear it out.
So she starts working her way up into my upper shoulder area. And that's when she starts using her elbow to dig deep into the shoulder. I let out a few noises. I say it hurts. And I didn't say stop at that point, but I probably should have.
Yes. You should have ran like I did. Go ahead.
At that point, it was already too late. And that's when I realized she probably had a little too much to drink. Because she was in some kind of a game. She even told me to say uncle.
I was joking, Your Honor. I took it seriously.
Freaky.
Well,
that's her thing. Okay.
I didn't know it was a joke. The next day, I get up and there's a pain in my shoulder. I proceed to call the doctor. I proceed to email my workplace and let them know that I'm unable to attend work on that day.
All right, that's why you're suing her. All right, you had rough sex without the sex. All right, ma'am, let me hear from you. What do you say? He says you injured him, so he's suing you for a personal injury. Even though you weren't doing it in your professional capacity, you were doing it as part of the date you were on. You felt that that was a benefit of the date that he would appreciate.
Yes. To be fair, I usually don't incorporate sexual activity into any professional massage, but for this particular one, yes, we had a few drinks. We were having some fun.
You're dating the guy.
I did pressure checks, so it's his fault that he didn't speak up and say something. So, I mean, I thought it was a good night, but then he freaks out on me, starts cursing, starts getting up off the table, is yelling and is screaming at me. I'm actually scared in my own home at that point. And then
That's an exaggeration.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. Sir, you weren't hiring her in her professional capacity. You were on a date with her. And suppose, as is the case, some ladies and men, when they kiss, they like to bite the person's tongue. They like to bite the person's cheek. They like to bite the neck. That's part of their affection. That's the way they show their affection on that date. So what's going to happen? You get a little mark on your face. You get a little tongue stung a little bit. That's what this is tantamount to, sir.
Your Honor,
and that's why I'm dismissing your claim. This was engaging in an activity pursuant to a date you were on. It was not in her professional capacity. Have a good day. Claim dismissed.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Do you two have any final words for each other?
We do.
Yeah, I regret swiping right on you.
Whether you're on the clock or off the clock, you've got to be held accountable for your actions.
With Judge Mathis.
Monica Archer is suing Tina Baxter in the amount of $960. Ms. Archer claims she was hired to tutor the defendant's son and says when he failed to show progress, Ms. Baxter refused to pay for the remaining sessions.
Why don't you give me some background on yourself now?
Okay, I own a tutoring service called Jumpstart Tutoring Academy. We opened the service, my husband and I, in 2008.
Cover what grades?
It's for gifted students.
Okay. But you still have to have an age or a grade limit
They
or
can
maximum.
start at 4 years old.
And when does it end?
Contract runs for 1 year.
No, ma'am. I'm saying what age, maximum age or maximum grade do you all tutor at?
2nd grade.
There we go. All right.
Okay.
You want to give me some background on yourself and your child?
Well, my son is 4 years old. His name is Marcus. I've known that Marcus has been advanced. We've known he's such a smart young boy. And so I homeschooled him up until wanting him to go into pre-K. He's very smart, very advanced. And I did everything I could to find this tutoring service.
All right. And so she enrolled her child. And what were you to provide? What was the agreement? What was the understanding?
What we do is we assess them at the beginning, and 6 months later, they get another assessment. The contract is for 1 year.
Okay.
And she decided to pull him out abruptly.
You're suing for her failing to give notice, correct?
We're suing for the $960 for that
Because
month because she.
I got your
charged
point.
back
Yes. We've had a hard time getting this, so I just wanted to make sure real quick. Ma'am, she says that she's suing because you took your child out without notice, and that was part of the contract.
Well, according to the assessment that she just talked about, he wasn't doing better than when I put him in. So we had the assessment upon entry, and then the 6-month assessment, and he was doing worse. So, from my
Is that true, ma'am?
3 months into the program.
No, it's 6. She said 6. She said 6 months later, he was doing worse.
He
Is
was
that
doing
true?
worse. He was doing worse
I
on
want
the
to
next
start there.
assessment.
That's enough. That's enough.
Okay.
Coming up.
Agreement. And does it indicate that if the child is not progressing, that you're able to get out of the contract without 30-day notice?
Oh, that's just the agreement.
But didn't you ask her for the entire folder?
I think she might need to look.
Oh, no, she needs it more. Okay. And so my point is, this is about notice more so than effectiveness.
I understood that. But also, she wasn't really being communicative.
How often would you monitor?
Well, I would come home, we would do his homework together. I would review what he learned, but the assessment says otherwise than what I know my son to be at.
But she already admits that he was doing worse. And so we are really doing this 30-day removal. I'm sorry, the 30-day
I'll
issue.
give you this assessment. So at the top is the upon entry observation, and the second, sorry about that, yes.
Okay. How's your son doing now?
I mean, he's doing better.
Good.
I found a different program for him, and he seems to be doing well.
Okay.
He's not disruptive. He's learning.
Was he disruptive in there? I haven't heard anything about that.
3 months into the program, he became disruptive. Every time we gave him advanced work, he became disruptive.
You're suggesting that it was too difficult for him. So instead of focusing on something too difficult, he acted out.
I'm not sure if it was too difficult for him or it was because he was used to learning with his mother. She was always there.
The first 3 months he was fine. You said it only changed. Ma'am, listen, you can't just say stuff and I can't make sense of it. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. You have anything, ma'am?
Okay. First of all,
do you have an assessment evidence? She has it.
Yeah, I have the assessment.
Let me see it, please.
Yeah.
And
That's the last one.
Ma'am, I've given you as much time as I can, and this is only one. You were to give me a before and an after, and you didn't. I've given you as much opportunity as you can to prove your case. You haven't. She's shown me 2 pages, an assessment before and an assessment after coming to your class. After joining your class, when he left, he was worse. Your claim is dismissed. I'm sorry. Have a good day.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't get a chance.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
I'm just sick of you blaming the
Learning
child.
with you.
And I think it's your
No,
tutoring
I'm not blaming the
services.
child. I'm blaming you.
I'm glad we just don't have any more communication.
Gene Fields is suing Steve Dawson in the amount of $600. Mr. Fields claims Mr. Dawson lied about his age to join their senior softball team and says that he was fined by the league since he was the captain. Mr. Dawson is countersuing for $150.
State your name.
Gene Fields.
Sir?
Steve Dawson.
All right, and sir, you are suing the defendant for $600, alleging he owes this money for a fine you received by a softball league.
Yes.
All right, and you're counterclaiming for $150, saying he never asked you for any money and it damaged the trophy.
That's right, Your Honor.
All right, start with you.
We met at the YMCA swimmers, and while I was there, I saw things on the wall stating that there was a senior softball league. So I got a bunch of my friends together and we joined the league. We were doing quite well, and our best hitter then ended up with a health problem. So I was looking for somebody else to help. And I asked him if he would be interested, and he said yes. So I sent him
For
the
a senior league?
Pardon?
For a senior citizen baseball league?
Yes.
You know this man don't look like no 60 years old.
He's the one that signed up.
I ain't trying to be funny, but I need to take you with me for my cataract surgery next week.
If
you think this man looks 60, well, maybe I ain't had it yet, so maybe he does look 60, and I'm the one's not seeing right.
I just turned 60.
No, this cataract guy say 70. This is say 55, so I don't know. Give me some background. How did it go? This
Your
introduction and discussion of you participating in a senior citizen softball league.
Yeah, Your Honor, I played college ball, right? And
I mean, just because a man don't have every man without hair is not a senior citizen. Michael Jordan, who created the ball style some 30 years ago, was in his 20s.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
He comes to me. We met at the YMCA, doing some swimming, and I'm an active guy. I keep to myself. He begs me, I mean, really, the guy begs me, can you join our team? I'm like, yeah, I'll help you out. He sends me the form. It's for a senior league. I signed it, and, you know, I'm about to turn 60, and I win the game. I do a walk-off home run for Gene's team. And then I'm talking with the opposing pitcher. I'm talking about the fact that I feel great. I'm like, you know, winning games again. And I mentioned I'm about to turn 60. And so I guess the opposing pitcher goes back to the league, tells a story. Gene comes and sues me. We get into this melee because I've got the team trophy. Like, I won this trophy. And it's in my locker.
No, the team won. You made the walk-off home run.
That's right. That's right.
You
so
completed the victory.
I completed the victory. That's right. That's right. And so he grabs it out of my locker. I'm like, wait a minute. You can't take my trophy. That's my property. And we struggled a little bit. He smashed it on the ground. I never saw this
Maybe
side
I'm missing something. Let's go back to the trophy. How did it become just yours? And you said you smashed my trophy. It's not the team trophy. What's the nature
Evidently,
of
they allowed me to hold on to it.
your understanding of how it was discovered?
He had to fill out a form stating that he was 60 or above, which he did not do.
I was going to help him out. I mean, I was actually going to come to him and say, listen, if you're being fined, I get it.
You were fined? Why wasn't the entire team?
$600 by the league for an ineligible player.
Why did you have to pay? Are you the sponsor?
Because I was captain
So
of the
to get
team.
it from the captain?
As being the team manager, they sued me. And if he would have not said anything, we wouldn't have had the problem.
I won this trophy from my daughter, Meg. And so I feel entitled.
Let's get to what he thinks he's entitled to. And you think you're entitled to all or half of the fine?
I'm not responsible for any of the fine. If he would have told the truth, he wouldn't have been on the team.
Fraud. You committed fraud.
It was a white lie.
All you cared about is getting out there and having some fun. He misled it, and it did cost you all. I'm going to grant you your judgment for $600. But you have not sued for the trophy. So I'm going to let him maintain the trophy and let him get it fixed. Your counterclaim is dismissed. Your $600 is granted. Have a good day. He misrepresented who he was, and it cost you $600.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $600.
You know, next time, do your due diligence. Dot your I's, cross your T's.
Don't lie the next time. If he wouldn't have lied, we wouldn't be here today.
This court with Judge Mathis.
Tiara Moore is suing Brian Koo in the amount of $2,880. Ms. Moore claims she wanted to donate her excess breast milk to needy mothers and says her baby's father sold it to bodybuilders at the gym instead.
State your name, ma'am.
Tiara Moore.
Sir?
Brian Koo.
All right, ma'am, you're suing the defendant for $2,880 for selling your breast milk.
Him and I had a baby together. Our baby's 16 months old. We met back in college. It was a friends with benefits kind of situation, and then we both graduated and went our own way. A few years later, we get together, and I instantly get pregnant. And so a few months into my pregnancy, he cheated on me, and so we separated.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end of my pregnancy, we decided to try to make it be a family. But I ended up being going on maternity leave after we gave birth, and I wasn't working. He had to work, and so I told him I wanted to donate my breast milk because I was overproducing a lot of breast milk. So I told him I wanted to donate the excess breast milk to a milk bank for mothers. But a month after our son was born, him and I got into a huge argument because I felt like he wasn't contributing enough financially to our child.
What type of work was he doing?
He's a stalker at a grocery store.
So he stocked shelves?
Yes, he stocked shelves.
All right, and they make decent money?
Yeah.
But you said he wasn't making enough money to pay child support for the child that he impregnated you with?
Well, we weren't living together, and because he, like I said, he cheated on me.
That's precisely when you pay child support.
He did help me when I was on maternity leave for 8 weeks. He did pay my rent for those 2 months.
He didn't help you? What do you mean help you?
He paid my rent for those 2 months, but I was
You mean
still,
your rent?
My rent and his rent. Like he paid.
Were you all living together?
No.
Okay, there it is. He was taking care of his child.
In a way.
In a way? How much did he give you in monthly child support?
He didn't pay me child support.
Okay.
What I'm trying to.
That's all I want to know. He didn't pay child support. Now let me go to you, sir.
Yeah, Your Honor, she was on paternity leave for 2 months, and I was contributing to her rent. It wasn't enough money for our child, so I was trying to find other ways to, support my kid because I didn't want to be a deadbeat dad. And so I go to the gym, Your Honor. I go to the gym 3 times a week. I saw this forum in the gym that said...
well, let me ask you, back you up again.
Yes, sir.
Because this is more important than any of this, is the child support issue for me. How much was it per month for the rent?
It was $1,800 for her rent.
$1,800?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me tell you what you would have been responsible for. Your salary, what, $50,000, $60,000?
Yep.
In that area? You'd have been responsible about 3% of your salary. A couple of hundred a month. Instead, you were paying $1,800 a month. You overpaid by 5 5 times.
Yeah, but I didn't want my kid to be outside on the streets or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Because
If she couldn't support him with that $200, then you go to the custody court and say she can't afford it. I'm paying my child support. She can't pay her half. I should get full custody. That's how that goes. What you suing him for, ma'am?
I found out that for 6 months he was selling my breast milk instead of donating it to the milk bank. And in that 6 months he made $2,880.
And he'd given you $3,600. Go ahead.
like I was saying, when I went to the gym, I saw an ad where, you know, guys who worked at the gym were looking for, you know, people who sell breast milk. And it helps them with protein and things like that.
Really?
Yeah, it does. And so,
muscle people.
Yeah. See, like,
Is that true?
It is true.
I had to admit, I drank some of her milk too. I mean, look how I look.
Clears up the skin, apparently. Nutrients.
He said, look how you look. Look like you've been taking steroids. I don't know about no breast milk. All y'all pumped up guys telling you, I go to the gym. No, you go to the pharmacist. Y'all be kidding.
So I was selling that for like $10 a bag, and I made $480 a month. And I used that money to help support my kid.
Yep. I believe so, based on what she has even said. Gave her $1,800 for 2 months.
Yeah, but Your Honor, I had to dip into my savings to still buy clothes, diapers,
You were supposed
shoes,
to.
bottles.
$1,800 a month
I have
was
the
enough
baby
to do
full
it. Claim
time.
dismissed. He used the money appropriately
No,
for
he
the
did
child.
not.
Have a good day.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
You two have any final words for each other?
I hope we get back together, man. Really.
No, we can get back together after I get my check.
In his driveway?
Yes, that's
All
correct.
right. Tell me what happened.
Yes, I'm an interior designer, and I went over to his house to give him some consultations for his man
All right,
cave.
I know that's right.
Yes.
All right, you
And,
can give me consultation on how to dress. Like your orange outfit.
Thank you, thank you. So what I do is I assist my clients with helping them pick out colors and patterns and designs for their home. Mr. Charlie, he wanted to make a man cave for his basement. So I decided to go ahead and assist him with that. We came up with some ideas, some prices. He said he wanted to put a pool table, a 70-inch TV, and he also wanted room for a TV in his bathroom. I said I have no
He
problem.
asked you to help him how to dress because he's sharp today.
Ooh.
Did he dress like that before knowing you? See, you gave him some style too. Like you sharp.
Well, everything was working fine. He agreed to all the plans and everything until it was time for me to leave. My ride share came to pick me up. They came at the wrong house. They came to the neighbor's house by mistake. And when I told them that I was coming down and I was walking to get in my ride share, that's when I went down. I fell down in his driveway. He came running out. He did come and try to assist me.
But did he feed you drinks while you were in there decorating?
No, Your
You didn't give
Honor.
her. She didn't take a drink, sir.
I did give her some libation.
Mm-hmm. And then she fell out, and I wanted to sue you.
Well, she wasn't alcohol.
Give me your. Oh.
Yeah, just you know, pop drinks and such.
I'm talking about something that would affect her walk.
Sorry.
Let's get over to you now. Okay. I'm gonna have some fun with you. Tell me what happened.
So I invited Miss Sanders over to advise me as to building out my man cave. I wanted a man cave so the guys can come over, get a 70 or 80-inch TV, sectional, pool table, poker table, put it in a little bathroom. And she did that, advised me. While she was doing that...
How much? Just curious how much that cost.
I think she said about $3,000.
3,000?
But she didn't give me that cost right away.
All right, because I want a man cave. Maybe you can come to my house, but you got to dress down. My wife ain't going to have you coming in there with her husband looking like that.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
But
Your Honor.
you dress down and you can come give us one. All right.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, so anyway, I think the $3,000 was just for her services, and as well, there's, you know, the construction was going to cost more. So.
Okay. How much was I'm just really want to know.
Advise me
construction cost.
Yes,
What do you think that would have been? Or what was it? Over 10?
I'm thinking another 5.
5,000. So then with hers 3. Okay. I can't go over 10.
Okay.
You might have a deal there. Well, we got to see what the end of this is. How did her work look? I know she's suing you for falling.
Yes, she's
How
suing me
did
for
her work
falling.
come out?
And well, she advised some things. She likes bright colors, as you can see. I'm kind of more maybe an earth tones guy, so I wasn't sure if it was hitting it off. But we had a nice little consultation, and she was on her phone the whole time. And she was taking some pictures, but she was also down, answering some text or something. So
she must be under 40.
Yeah, maybe she's 20. But
the millennials,
she does look
that's
very
under
young.
40 millennials, and then we know the Generation Z, is it? We know that they stay on those phones.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Yeah, I had to take pictures and take notes of the things that he said that he liked for his home and show with him ideas that I had in mind. So that's the only reason why I was on my phone.
Okay, because you come across very professional.
But as she was leaving, I told her, watch out for the sidewalk, because there was some damage on the sidewalk and some of the driveway. And there's a large red cone there. But she wasn't listening to me, really. And then she started heading toward the sidewalk. And I walked past the window in front of my house, and I just happened to see her like walking into that area. So I ran out to tell her again, but she slipped and fell. And I ran outside to help her get up and offer her some
He never told
aspirin.
me to watch where I watched the sidewalk when I left his house.
You tell me what happened with the fall, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell. Yeah, he needs to stop lying.
Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Sasha Sanders, who is suing Charlie Nichols for personal injury.
The plans that we had, I did send you some prices, and I told him, you know, we agreed on everything, and he was going to call me back the following day. However, my rideshare called up to pick me up, and they was at the neighbor's house by mistake, Your Honor. And I went out there because they had messaged me, and they told me that they were going to leave in 5 minutes. That's why I was looking at my phone when I went outside, because they were at the wrong house. So I messaged them back.
You had your phone in your hand walking.
And I told them that I was coming.
Looking at your phone while walking.
Well,
that's what you just said.
Yes.
You just told me that.
I was looking at my phone while I was walking, but he did not come outside and say, "Oh, watch on for the sidewalk."
He said he told you on the way out. He never said watch the sidewalk.
No, he didn't tell me that.
I did. Was there a cone out there?
Well, I did see a cone up on the drive, up some, but it wasn't on the area where I was walking to. It was pushed up some.
Was it in the area that needed repair or had been in the midst of repair?
It was pushed to the side of the repair area.
There was a cone. There is a cone. I'm sorry to interrupt, Your Honor. There is a cone, and I have some evidence, some pictures of.
Let's see it, please.
So.
Yeah, but the cone wasn't where the area where the damage was at.
It's very close to that
area. If the
area.
floor is wet, if it's a wet floor, they're going to put the sign where it says wet, where the water is, not to the side.
And
so why would you put it say close to it? Close to it is not the same thing.
It's about as bright as her dress.
Close is not where the exit, where it's at, okay? Because if you would have put the cone where the damage was at, then I would have not walked on the damage because the cone would have been in the way.
I don't see how you missed the cone.
Not to the side of the damage.
I don't see how you missed the cone.
No, I don't see how. Why
There's even a little caution tape there, but it's not a lot.
No, the caution tape was not up. What was it tied to? Where was it tied to?
One end of it's tied to the cone. So.
To the cone and to what?
It's just hanging down there, on the ground.
Blowing in the wind. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. That's not what's going on.
I'm looking at the pictures.
Yes, thank you.
And the cone is certainly about 2 feet away from the damage on the sidewalk.
Okay, 2 feet.
That's my point. You are right. It's on the side. It's not where it should be.
Yeah.
And
it has been a little
because
bit more.
It doesn't block a person from the purpose of a cone is to block a person from that part of a property. And that's not what this does. This blocks them from a different part of the property. The accident happened on the sidewalk. The cone is in the driveway. And you would have to, unless she's walking to the driveway, she had no reason to see, well, she might see the cone, but she had no reason to really see the sidewalk, and if she was blind, as she must be, if she didn't see that cone. You didn't see that cone, you must be blind. Stevie Wonder could see that cone.
I did not see it, but
Don't y'all tell I had to stop that. Stevie watches me all the time. I'm sorry, Stevie. I hope you hear that joke all the time, no. My point is, ma'am, there's a law in the law. I know you think you're about to win, but in the law we have something called open and obvious. Now, forewarning is enough. Had the cone been in the right place, it would have been enough. However, this is so much damage.
I also have a video.
If you were walking straight and looking straight and not at your phone, you would see this. This is open and obvious. It's, for example, if a person in the grocery store, you go in the grocery store, and this never happens, I'm sure, I'm exaggerating. You go in the grocery store and somehow the floor is caved in. And you're going up the aisle and the floor is caved in. Well, whether you saw it or not, it was open and obvious. So if you walked into it, it's because you were negligent. And in this case, you fell because you were looking at your phone, like you've said, and you were negligent. This damage is open and as obvious as you can see it, other than with a big, deep hole. It looks like you might fall into a hole if you walk over this.
It was inside of it, basically a hole. I didn't see it, Your Honor.
I know, because you were on your phone like the rest of the kids.
Oh, my goodness.
Walking across the street when the light is about to turn red, you're still on your phone, not even looking up.
My point exactly.
People trying to walk up and down the street. They bumping into you because you going the other way.
I didn't want to stay over there in his man cave, Your Honor. I didn't want to miss my ride share. So I had to respond. And
you didn't have to walk over the dangerous sidewalk that anybody can see.
Nobody couldn't see it. It wasn't labeled.
I'm looking at it, ma'am. I just looked at it. And that's what it is in the picture he gave me. It's on the side. Everything you just said is correct. How about that?
Okay.
All right. The only thing is you should have been able to see that damaged sidewalk was right in front of your face. Unless, like you say, you're on the phone. So you got one of the kids that's going to have to pay for being on the phone when you're walking, talking, or doing work. Have a good day. Your claim is dismissed. You should have saw it. It was open and obvious based on the picture I just saw. Have a good day.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Alexis Becker is suing Zora Wang in the amount of $540. Ms. Becker claims she wanted her bridal party to have relaxing mani-pedis and says the pampering was ruined by the salon owner's impromptu off-key crooning.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated. Judge, both litigants have been sworn in.
Thank you. State your name.
Alexis Becker.
Ma'am.
Zora Wang.
All right, Ms. Becker, you're suing Ms. Wayne for $540 for ruining your bridal party's manicure experience.
Yes.
Start with you.
All right. So, I recently got married a little while back on May 6th. And on May 4th, I decided to take...
Boy, that you must not be too particular about that marriage. Most folks, when they get married, they say, it seems like yesterday. You just said, I got married a long time ago, and it was in May, which is like a few months ago. To you, Yana, I've been married forever. So, has it been a long time, or has it been a short? Has May long to you within your marriage, or has it been a short time?
It feels like it happened just yesterday.
There you go.
Okay. Anyway, a few days before my wedding, my entire bridal party was able to fly out so they could see me and we could celebrate together. I had my wedding in Wichita, Kansas, where I live. And they come out. There are 8 of my bridesmaids. We all went to college together. Go WSU. Delta, Delta, Delta. Anyway, we became best friends then. We decided everyone would be there on Thursday. So I've decided I'm going to treat us all to mani-pedis. Reasonable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm calling a ton of different places, and I'm seeing if they can accommodate my party of 9. I know it's last minute.
You have 9 bridesmaids?
I have 8 bridesmaids, but I am a 9th person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I call them up. There are several places that say they cannot accommodate us. I understand why that might be a little difficult, but still.
Because she was difficult.
But
well,
still.
how do you know she was difficult when she inquired?
Even her inquiring with me was difficult.
Okay.
I owned a very high-end salon. I've been in business.
Did you lose your business?
No, I haven't. You're going to end up losing your husband. You keep that attitude. I own a very high-end business. I've been in business for over 15 years.
Mazel tov.
My products are high-end. They're not your typical nail polish. I offer service beyond just nail service. I do waxing. We do facials. So we're not just your typical nail salon. And this drama queen.
What do you mean? You wax your face or wax your hand? Or
wax wherever you want wax that has hair. We're a full-service salon, full-service nail salon, but we do add a little extra. And
I don't think
we
you're
even
being
offer,
totally transparent with me. Y'all do a little something else in there, waxing.
We wax what's legal.
I know, but I want you to say it. Y'all,
okay, we wax what's legal.
No, you wax body parts that are considered private.
That too, if that's what you want, wax.
I want you to say it. That's what I wanted to hear. Go ahead.
So she calls me, Hyman, who's constant questions, wanting stuff that normal clients doesn't even ask.
Now, this was special, though. What did she ask out of the normal?
Well, she wanted to see if we can offer champagne. I'm not a bar. I'm a nail salon. She wanted all the nails and pedicure done at once. I don't have enough station to accommodate that. But what I did accommodate, and I made it very clear, that we would break them in half. We would half do manicure, half pedicure. When they're done, they will swap. And at the end of the day, everyone will have a manicure, pedicure. So I provided the service that she wanted. She didn't want to be rushed, so I made sure there was space for them.
So why are you suing her today?
I would love to be able to talk about that.
Go right ahead.
So, as she mentioned, yes, I was very aware of the we are going to be split off into groups. We had an email exchange about it.
Let me see that. You want to hand that to me?
I would be honored.
Go ahead.
She informs me in her responding email, yes, she can accommodate us. She can give us a big party discount. How spectacular. Great. This 5-star reviewed place where I read some of the reviews, it talked about there being a special surprise, which is why I inquired about the champagne. I
actually have a copy of those wonderful reviews that are 5 stars that's mentioned about my salon.
I'll look at them
and
shortly.
none of them mention the thing that I'm going to in a moment. So I'm getting my manicure. 4 of my bridesmaids are getting their pedicures. Zora exits. I start hearing what can only be described as the sound of a donkey being skinned alive.
Was that you talking?
What are you talking about?
She thinks
she was
really
hearing herself.
Anyway, the sound was dreadful.
Just like we're hearing right now.
Sound from where? The radio?
Sound from, it's a song, and I figured it would be the radio. I was like, how did this person get a record deal? This is ear blood.
What was it?
What it was Miss Zora walks out with the microphone in hand, and it's her wailing. So I say to her,
That's the surprise. You had been informed that there was going to be a surprise.
I went out of my way.
Let her finish and tell me how she felt about that surprise.
I was incredibly uncomfortable, as were my bridesmaids, visibly.
Why?
Because it was an awful sound. It would be different.
Ma'am, you can't sing?
Her bridesmaids were singing along and smiling.
They were not.
Maybe they were singing louder so they didn't have to hear you.
I think they didn't want to hear her talking.
Ma'am, if all of them start singing at the same time like a choir, they were trying to drown you out. I don't know if you know that or not.
We were all singing and praying she would just stop talking and being demanding and being rude.
Can you sing or not?
I sure can.
Where do you learn how to sing? You've been training, or you just do it as a hobby?
It just comes naturally.
And you've been
and that's
told
why
that you
I have
can
clients
sing.
who keep coming because they enjoy it.
Okay.
They sing along.
All
so
right.
I can even sing it for you if you like.
Yes,
sing
go
you a
ahead.
sample of the song.
Go right
okay.
ahead.
I would love this.
You brought love to me, baby, you see. I'm crazy for you.
Yeah, that's going to have to be a judgment for the plaintiff. No, seriously, ma'am. Somebody did tell you can sing. I'm going to be very honest.
My clients keep coming
very upfront and honest. You can't sing.
Well, I feel I could sing.
Well, you're the only one.
It's opinion.
I'm sorry. It's everybody's opinion.
I sing to kids. I sing to my
you
clients.
can sing their humor in you. So I have to keep it real. I can't sugarcoat it. It's I want you to stop singing.
But I have
So
no
I'm
review
just gonna
that gives
keep it
me rave
real.
reviews about my service, my singing, my salon.
Well, you show me something where you say her singing. Amir, let me see something about her singing.
I'm a 5-star.
Okay.
salon.
Yes, your salon.
And I sing in
I
the
believe
salon.
that. I believe that wholeheartedly, that your salon is 5-star. No question in my mind about that.
But there's a reason why it's 5-star.
And it ain't because of your singing. I loved our experience at Nels. It treated me like mother-in-law to her. It was so much fun. We'll be back. Place of my daughters and I love the surprise that throws in. It does give you a fight. And they did say they enjoyed the surprise. But was it the surprise of singing? They didn't say we enjoyed her singing. The surprise that you throw in makes the experience so much better. Maybe there was other people singing with you.
If it would have been an invitation, maybe we would have joined you. I did ask her
Your
at one
bridesmaid
point.
did. They were so tired of your attitude that they joined in with me.
I promise
they wanted to avoid your attitude.
I promise you that denial is not just a river in Egypt.
Okay.
Anyway, I asked her, after discovering that it was her making the sounds that were making me and my bridesmaids uncomfortable, if she could lower the volume. She proceeds to take me spitefully, literally.
So I did lower the volume.
And she lowers the background music.
That's what you asked her to do. You said volume. You didn't say lower your voice. So you asked for more of the voice. Whether you knew it or not, you would say lower your voice, or could you keep that down a little, or could you turn the music up and turn your voice down?
Your Honor.
You said all you said was her turn the volume, and then what happened?
And she was holding a microphone. I apologize for not saying something incredibly specific to get through your
You can
thick
keep
skull.
apologizing. There's more that you could apologize for. I do it as a special treat or for a
Well,
special
ma'am,
client.
I know you think you could sing, but most people who can sing, they don't get sued for singing. And that's why you're here today. Not only you're being sued because you sing so
I'm
bad.
getting sued because she's trying to get out of paying.
I'm telling you why, though. She's saying it was just singing. If you didn't sing, we wouldn't be here today, right? That means you're being sued for singing. We hear you're getting sued because you sang. If you didn't sing, you wouldn't be sued. What don't you understand about that?
I'm getting sued for a service I offered at my
Yes, the
salon.
singing part is the
singing
lawsuit.
part
She
was
said
an extra
everything else
treat.
was fine. And she told you and implied to you that you were disrupting her experience by asking you to turn it down. And instead, you're going to turn up your voice, believing that you can sing. And
But she
you
didn't
clearly
say stop.
demonstrated in here today that you can't hold a note. And so I'm going to grant you your judgment because she made it uncomfortable for you. You asked her to stop or
She
to turn
didn't
it
ask me to
down.
stop. She
And,
said to lower
and she
it.
did not alter the music in a way that was satisfactory. Did she say to you, is that good enough?
She did not.
Correct, and that's what a reasonable
got her
person would do.
manicure
Have a
and
good day, judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $540.
Sexology. So I handle the feet a lot, so I tend to joke about that matter.
Okay, let me hear from you about what happened that night.
So I was on a dating app after getting out of a very tumultuous relationship, and I just wanted a companion. He seemed nice, we had good banter on the dating app, he agreed to take me out to one of my favorite restaurants, Smokehouse, all was well. We get to the date, and he was so nervous in the beginning, very fidgety, and I could tell he was just
At the smokehouse.
talking. At the smokehouse.
Well, that's what happened when you get high, you get fidgety, don't you?
It was a smokehouse full of meats.
Huh?
It was a smokehouse full of meats.
Oh!
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were talking about where you go and smoke your opium or your weed or whatever it is.
No, it was quite the opposite, actually. A very fancy restaurant.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he started making weird comments about my feet. And the first one was he just complimented my shoes. They were Manolo, so of course a compliment is due. And then he started asking me if I've ever smelled my feet.
If you ever smelled your own
I've ever
feet.
smelled my own feet. Exactly, that was my reaction too. And I was just, polite, and I was like, haha, what? Anyways, the second comment that was very weird was he asked me if I had toenail fungus. And I just was baffled at a restaurant.
Did you say these things, sir?
I did, Your Honor, yes.
Well, a lot of ladies like humor. When you ask a woman, what do you like most in a man? Oh, good conversation, humor. You just need to stick with the good conversation because your humor has run her away. And I don't know how many other women you date you've asked about their feet, whether they have toe fungus or have you smelled your own feet. And if you hadn't stopped, you stopped him, right? Because there's no telling where you'd have went from there.
Exactly.
She did not stop me, though, Your Honor. She laughed at it, and we kept enjoying the conversation. At least I thought she was enjoying it.
She was humoring you.
I guess so.
To laugh, to try to avoid, it was right, to be polite, as she said, to avoid going off on you. And in any event, you have a fetish for fungus, not just for feet, both. It's all right to have a feet fetish. Like, okay, if that turns somebody on, good, then be my guest or whatever. Not my guest, but be somebody's guest. Do it. But this is a whole nother level, sir.
And he would not shut up about how much money his parents had and how his parents were investment bankers and mommy and daddy's money. And I was just like, what is happening?
Girls like a financially secure man, so I thought that would help.
Girls like a humble man.
I'm sorry.
Sir, tell me about all this big money.
Well, my parents invest their money in real estate and stocks, and they're very smart with their money.
Go ahead.
They're very smart with their money, so they always said, son, no matter what you do, you always have something to fall back on, which gave me more security to pursue my passion, which is...
Amir, when you see girls, do you start talking about what I got?
Yeah.
Thank you. See? Thank you.
No, I do not. No.
Thank you. He's standing on his own. He's standing on his own game. So tell me about the $1,200. How you lost the job? Why are you blaming her for a job you didn't get?
So after the date, when I reached out to her, she obviously told me that the jokes made her feel uncomfortable, which I apologized. And I said, I'm sorry I made you feel that way.
He proceeded to text me multiple times, making yet another comment about wanting to smell my feet.
Yeah, he's a feet
But
freak.
it wasn't.
And then I didn't
He
respond.
ain't just a fetish. He's a feet freak.
Sure
But
is.
as soon as she told me they were uncomfortable, I apologized and I said I wouldn't have talked that way if it made you feel uncomfortable. That was the last time I saw her until I was applying to a new massage job. And I walked to the massage parlor because I had my
That's where you
interview.
get that feet mess. Go ahead.
So I had an interview at this very prestigious massage parlor, and I passed her, and I did not know that she worked there. It's a very awkward encounter, but the interview, I aced. They loved my skill set. I was exactly what they needed.
How do you know?
Because they told me.
Okay.
And she said, you're just the man for the job. We just have to check with your references. Then she asked if I knew anybody who worked there. Like I mentioned, I passed her in the hallway, and I didn't want to say I knew her. But at the same time, I did not want to lie.
But I asked you if you knew anybody that worked there. That's an odd question.
Beats me. So I told the truth. I said, yes, I know of Miss Brady, but I wouldn't really call us friends. I'd say we're more acquaintances. So a few days after, they said you would hear back from us within 24 hours. 2 days later, though, I emailed them because I haven't heard back. And I emailed asking what the job status was, and they said that the position was no longer available for me. Then I called Miss Brady. She picked up, to my surprise, and told me that, yes, they did ask her, and she did tell them not to hire me. She did tell them that I would not be a good fit for the job. Did not tell them that I was joking at the dinner and thought that I'm this weird, creepy monster that can only talk about feet. Henceforth, not only did I not get the job, but I did not get the $1,200 that was promised as a sign-on bonus, which was money that I needed at the time. Because yes, my parents are well off, but I do not rely on them. She told them when they asked her about me.
Told them about your feet?
She said I was a creep. She said that I shouldn't be a person that works in a massage parlor. She said that I would not be a good fit for that company.
And that was her opinion?
Yes.
And so why are you suing her for her
Because
opinion?
she sued me as I did not get the job because of her slander against me.
No, that wasn't slander. Slander is when you make up something that's false and it succeeds in hurting their reputation. What did she say that was false?
She did not tell them that I was joking.
The exception is that it's their opinion.
She did not tell them that what I was mentioning about the feet was joking. She did not tell them that as soon as she told me that she did not like the jokes, that I apologized and wished that she would have a good rest of her day. She left that part completely out, judging me based only on that conversation.
Well, working a massage parlor involves touching folks' body primarily in the nude. No socks on. So she was absolutely within her right.
I was looking out for the clients.
And not only that, sir, that's her opinion. You cannot sue someone for their opinion. You can have an opinion that you don't like somebody and you can tell someone, I don't like such and such. I don't like, they stink. I think, you gotta say I think. You can't say as a fact. I think he smells. That's not defamation. If you're saying it to hurt somebody's reputation, and you say it as a fact, he does, or he stinks. And if some other folks are around and they take a little sniff and you don't stink, and we find out they were just trying to hurt your reputation with the other people, then that's slander and defamation. But if they give their opinion, because she may have a sensitive nose, person give opinions cannot qualify as defamation. That's why when I'm ready to defame somebody, I just say, it's my opinion that. I don't do that, but I'm going to have to dismiss your claim. This was not defamation, and it wasn't an invasion of privacy. She had a right to give her opinion about you, and that's what happens when you move too soon with your freakiness. You got to wait before you start telling them what you like. You got to at least give it how many dates you want before a man tell you what he like. Probably at least 3 or 4.
That I will never like. Other freaky things, maybe like a month.
Month. All right, so you heard her. Wait a month before you talk your freak talk. All right?
Noted.
All right, otherwise you're going to run them off. Ease them into that. Just you started out all right. Oh, I like those shoes. She left it at that night. And then the next night you saw those toenails polished. Your nails really look good on your feet.
Got to do it in steps.
That's another time.
Steps,
Next time you see her 3, 4 days later, don't say anything about the feet. So I'm dismissing your claim. She didn't do anything but express her opinion based on information she got from you. Have a good day. Claim dismissed.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
State your name.
My name is Catherine Miller.
Sir?
Davis.
All right, and ma'am, you're suing Mr. Davis for $500, saying you needed a trip to the hospital because of some marijuana oils or something that he gave you?
Yes.
Okay. Give me some background on it.
Okay. My granddaughter knew this man for about 2 years, and I suffer from arthritis.
Hold on, this is marijuana?
Huh?
What did you say your name was, the first name?
Herb.
In this case, it's about marijuana.
It's CBD, Your Honor.
It don't get you high. Ain't no THC in it.
It's only 0.2% of THC.
Okay. So tell me how you all know each other. Give me all the way back some credibility that you might have that might convince me that you're telling the truth versus him, because you all are saying 2 different things.
Okay. I have a granddaughter. Her name is Haley. And so she had met Herb about 2 years ago or more. And she had a shoulder injury. And so by me having arthritis, she said, grandmother, I can refer somebody to you that can help you with your arthritis. And he uses these oils to massage you and help you to maybe alleviate some of the pain with your arthritis, And so I said, okay. She said, well, I'm going to give you his phone number. And when I took the phone number, I called him, and he scheduled me for June the 22nd of 2022 at 2 p.m. And so the only background that I really truly had about him was through my granddaughter, Haley. And so after I made the appointment, he came over to my house, and he had the massage table, he had the oils and the towels and everything. And
sounds like he was a good businessman.
Yeah.
Good.
He sounded like he was. Yeah, But anyway, so I trusted my granddaughter's judgment, you know, and what she had told me concerning his background. But I would later learn that he wasn't who he was claiming to be, you know. So he turned out.
You all right?
Oh yeah.
That weed still affecting you?
Judge, I'm a.
All
I'm
right.
a,
He's
I'm
not
a,
who
I'm a
he's claiming.
Christian
Nobody's
lady.
raised their voice. Nobody said it. You looked at the man like he had just attacked you or something. The young man is sitting there very calm and collected and sophisticated. I'm proud to hear that you have a business for yourself and you go out and give treatment. Proud to hear that. And she just suddenly out the blue. You bipolar or something?
Yeah, but he's
talking. She was just, you know, Your Honor, and such and such and such. And then suddenly just flipped out.
He's not really who he's pretending to be.
That's the way you
He's
say
a cashier. He's a cashier. He's not really. He doesn't even really have a license to be a massage therapist. So he's
How do you know?
phony.
You ask?
He's a shyster.
Ma'am.
He's a two-bit liar.
Ma'am, I'm speaking to you. You're starting to make me think what I was kidding about is real, and that is something wrong with you. All right, I was kidding about it, but you're acting a little odd. So, once again, did you ask him whether he had a massage license?
No.
All right. So, how do you know he doesn't?
Well,
So you're casting aspersions on the young man's business.
No.
That's what you're doing. Now you're hurting his business. You say he didn't and you have no clue whether he does or not. He says he does. And the professionalism he's displaying versus what you're displaying today, he's going to get all the, anything that was on the fence, he's going to get everything that's on the fence, because so far I think he's a more credible person, and he ain't said but 2 words. It's the things
Your
you
Honor,
have
I'm not
said.
licensed.
Let me allow you to go ahead and speak, young man, from the beginning in which she stated.
Well, originally, I received a phone call from Ms. Miller on the 21st. She let me know that she was wanting to schedule the regular that I give her granddaughter for the 22nd. She then let me know that she was having some arthritis. And so, obviously, the given procedure for that would be the CBD oil. The oil only contains 0.2% of THC. It's actually not enough to get you high. As well, you can't get high through skin contact.
Okay. And tell me about the agreement and what service you provided.
So I gave her the 45-minute massage. And she fell asleep about 20 minutes into the procedure. After the procedure, she awoke and she was expressing that she was dizzy. I helped her up. I offered her some water. She refused, and she was, becoming really angry with me. So I just decided to back off.
Okay. Now, this may not be the case because you're probably going to want to be bougie about your products, but the same amount of THC that you have in the products that you provide, is it in the same thing as over-the-counter CBD?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so the stuff over the counter has that 0.02 THC in it.
Correct.
But you can't get high off of it just by skin contact.
No.
But if I ate a bunch of the CBD oil, I can get high.
You would have to consume a lot.
Like what? You don't know how much I can handle.
Maybe like 4 or 5.
4 or 5 what?
Of the containers.
All right. I was just curious because it's on every shelf, in every drugstore. People are buying it. And what happened to you when you used it to cause you to want to sue him? Because you said you had to go to the hospital.
Yes, I did. After he massaged my neck, I fell asleep rather quickly. And then after I woke up, I became somewhat suspicious because he was kind of looking strange at me. And so all of a sudden, I started to feel lightheaded. And then when I felt lightheaded, He asked me, how was the massage? And I said, it was good, but my joints are not hurting anymore, but I feel lightheaded. So after I felt lightheaded, all of a sudden I felt nauseated, like I wanted to vomit.
She was dehydrated, Your Honor. Yeah, she was dehydrated.
How do you know?
I could tell. It's common with my customers.
Okay.
I did offer her water, but she didn't take it.
Ma'am, did you drink any water?
I did not.
Was steam involved at all, or was it hot inside? I mean,
no.
Is that part of it? Okay, it's not part of the process. I don't get massages. I just don't have the patience to lay there.
Not for this particular massage.
I just can't lay there for 30 minutes, and that's it. Nope. Okay. So what did you do after you felt that way? Because you went to the hospital.
Yes, after that, I called my daughter. My granddaughter wasn't there. It was my daughter that was there, but she was in another room. And so I called my daughter and let her know what was going on. I told her I felt like I couldn't breathe because my heart was racing, it was palpitating. And so...
How did he owe you money, ma'am? What did he do to you?
Well, when I had the heart palpitations, I was vomiting, and the doctor said it was panic attacks and dehydration. And so when he said that, I felt like I had been violated because I felt like the drug had got into my system.
Violated as in what? He intentionally?
He tricked me.
Why?
Like the trickster that he is.
Why do you think he did it, ma'am?
Okay, you know what? Because he didn't tell me it had weed in it.
Why do you think he did it? You said he tricked you as if he did it on purpose to mislead you.
He did.
Why? Why do you think he would do that to you?
Because I think he's a crook.
Okay, and being a crook, what makes him want to do that to you?
Because he just wants to hurt somebody that he knows is weaker than he is.
Okay. So you think that's the type of person he is generally?
Yes. He seems good from the outside,
Who referred
but he's not.
Ma'am!
Yes.
Who referred you to him?
My granddaughter.
Okay, and she didn't tell you that?
No.
Okay, so blame your granddaughter and get your money from your granddaughter.
Oh my goodness.
You just told me that the doctor told you it was dehydration, just like he said it was.
Judge.
Bye.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed. James Adams is suing David Adams in the amount of $300. Mr. Adams claims his brother sold basketball tickets that belonged to both of them and says his brother was supposed to take his son to the game.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated. Judge, both litigants have been sworn in.
Thank you. State your name.
James Adams, Your Honor.
Sir?
David Adams.
All right, and you're suing your brother for $300, saying he owes this money for basketball tickets?
Yes, Your Honor.
Start with you. Give me some background.
Well, Your Honor, we'd originally bought these tickets for our father on Father's Day. And unfortunately, our father was sick and had a heart attack and had passed away. Now, buying these tickets was, fortunately, my brother's idea. I wanted to take our father out for dinner, do something simple, and he decided this would be the best bet. So we split it half and half. The tickets were around $1,900. And after our father had passed, we decided that the best thing was to keep the tickets for ourselves. And I had suggested that we go to the games, but take my nephew, Bo, and...
Have you all always gotten along as brothers?
For the most part, Your Honor.
And why can you all work this out if you get along for the most part over your lives? Yeah, that's the first question I have in mind is how did you go? You give me some background on coming up together.
Oh, well, coming up, my brother has been jealous of me. I've always been better at just about everything that we've done.
That's called background information, by the way. That's when I asked you for background, that's what I expected to hear. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, whether it was sports, whether it was just kind of making our father proud, our father kind of took more of a liking to me than him.
Why do you think that is?
Because I was better at things.
Better at things like what?
Basketball, school-wise, we was kind of neck and neck, but I'll still edge him out.
I would think that would cause your father to be just as close, if not closer to him, because he should have recognized that he needed a little more. All children aren't the same. They need different things. If you shouldn't have gotten any attention if you were doing all that. Well, you were already doing all that, you didn't need no attention. He needed the attention. If you got an all-A student and they're doing everything right in life, fine. Keep on doing it. Love you. You're doing a great job. You're making me proud. We want him to be just as successful. We want to be proud of him too. So let me focus in my attention on him. Yeah, but you felt you got the most attention. In other words, a father, you satisfied his expectations the most. That's kind of what you sounds like you're saying. And that made him a little jealous, you're saying.
Yes.
How did that play out? You say, he says you rarely fought or something. What do you say?
Even though I
argued, I'm referring to, not fighting, fist fighting.
Even though I can sense the jealousy from my brother, he's still my brother. He's my only brother I ever had. I probably ever will have at this point. So I loved him. You know, how our father may have put us against each other or treated us doesn't mean we have to treat each other the same way.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at things. You're saying all the right things as instead of I owe this man $300.
That's because I do
when
not.
You say that, then I know. Then I go for your con. All right, sir. Tell me about the $300.
Well, Your Honor, he decided to sell the basketball tickets. I had told him I was trying to push him to use the tickets to spend more time with his son. His son usually spends more time at my house with me and my mother. He's doing God knows what. He's off drinking. There's times where I get random text messages at night to come pick him up from different places.
Like what? You've demeaning his character now, so now you got to explain what you're talking about. Pick him up from where, and how often, and when. You just can't cast aspersions on the man's character without giving me some examples.
There's times like where he'd be at a random bar.
No, give me some examples, specific.
So there was one Friday. It was actually his son's birthday, and I kept calling him trying to figure out where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I get a text message saying, "Oh, it's an emergency. Please come get me." So I drive about 30 minutes from my house, and he's at this bar called Rusty's, and he's drunk on his son's birthday.
Is that before or after your dad had passed?
This was after our dad had passed, Your Honor.
Yeah, people's behavior do change.
Yes, Your Honor.
When Mathis.
Closed cap.
What my brother seems to be leaving out is a lot of details, such as they were season tickets, meaning that me and my son went to multiple season games. At one point, me, my son, and my brother were going to multiple season games, but he decided to stop going because it was too hard for him, because we used to do the same thing with our father. So me and my son would attend the games. So he doesn't tell people that. There's a lot of games in the season. We went to a lot of them.
You didn't tell me it was a season tickets. If you did, I missed that. I thought he had just went and purchased them through the ticket.
Because he's a liar. He's a liar.
Okay, why are you bucking your eyes out?
You know, he's in here bringing up personal family business, bringing up my business on how I react to things.
That look in your eye, act like I might have to send him over there. Here's a liar! Like you about to
No,
go
Your
off.
Honor.
All right. Nonetheless, what did you do with the tickets? Did you sell them as he said? Did you sell one or both? What happened?
There was a game coming up, and I had a friend of mine that wanted to attend the game but couldn't get tickets to that particular game. So I told him I had season tickets, and I sold the tickets to him for that game. Me and my son watched at home on TV.
Did he give you tickets for the purpose of you and your son to go to the game?
Yes.
And they were his tickets?
No, they were our tickets that we gave to our father.
Sir, how do you claim ownership of the tickets?
Half and half, Your Honor.
Is that right?
No, it is not.
Did we not pay half?
Who owns all the tickets? Who has property rights to the tickets? How about that?
I do, Your Honor.
How did you acquire that?
Because once my brother decided to no longer attend the games, I asked him if he wanted me to buy.
You just decided they're mine.
No,
Just because he missed a few games, you say, well, they're mine from now on.
Not
you
at
missed
all.
too many games.
I asked
what
him.
gave you the property rights to believe that you owned the season tickets from the time he stopped going?
Because he told me, you can have them. He said, you can have them.
That's not what you just told me. You gave me a whole different excuse.
He told
and
me
now when I ask you property and you understand what I'm referring to, now you change the story. First it was he stopped going. That's why they became yours.
That's correct.
And then when I clarified that that's not what property law entails, that's when you changed your and
Both
said
things
that
are
he
true,
gave
Your Honor.
you approval. No, that's not. That was an easy answer. He approved it. He said I could. That's an easy answer. Not all this. He stopped going, and I'm bad. Used to do this, and whatever. So therefore, I believe all you gotta say is he gave you permission. Did you give him permission?
No, Your Honor.
Why is he
I did
suing
not
you
give
if
him
he gave you
permission to sell the
sir?
tickets.
Why do you think he's suing you then?
Because he's a liar and he has problems.
What problems?
I don't know. He has problems with me.
Because you stealing tickets
and not spending time with your son.
He has a problem. You have a problem. He picking you up from the bar drunk. Now you taking tickets and coming up with some cockamamie law. I don't know what gives you the right to think that you can take tickets that were left as part of your inheritance or as part of an estate, and the estate divides everything based on the number of children unless there is a will that says differently. Was there a will that gave him all the tickets?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and didn't give you all the tickets?
No, Your Honor.
Are you all the only siblings?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so it would be split in half. $300 is your judgment. He took your half and spent it on something other than what you instructed him to. It's called conversion. You gave it to him to take his son. Instead, he converted that use to something else. You wouldn't have given it to him if you knew he was going to flip him, right?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah,
I would not have given it to him.
so he changed the purpose and tried to benefit from himself so he can satisfy that alcohol problem. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $300. And Kyla Miller, in the amount of $300.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated.
Ms. Young claims she cleaned her co-worker's home for a discounted rate and says instead of being paid, she was called a thief. Ms. Miller is countersuing for $1,795.
State your name.
Marcy Young.
Ma'am.
Kyla Miller.
All right, and you are suing the defendant for $300, alleging she owes you this money for house cleaning services?
That is correct.
And you are countersuing for $1,795, alleging that she stole your jewelry or something, or a household item?
Yes, sir.
All right, start with you.
Me and Kyla have been working for maybe about 2 or 3 years together. We hang out sometimes after work.
What have you all done together? What type of?
We are 911 dispatchers.
911 dispatchers,
Yes.
okay.
And so sometimes, we hang out after work, drinks, things of that nature. I was telling her about my side business, which is a cleaning business. And for months, she's been telling me that she's been needing me to come and clean. So finally, we text and confirm. She tells me about her house. I give her a price of $300. I walk in the house. Clearly, it's a hefty discount because it was wild.
It was like his place.
I'm assuming
a catastrophe.
so. I'm assuming so. So I had me and my employee. If it's not an apartment, I always have somebody else with me. And we proceeded to clean. And I know we did a good job because I always do a good job. And as we're getting ready to leave, I'm packing up, taking the trash out. She comes storming, cussing us out, telling us to open our MF bags. And I'm just like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute, let's slow it down. You need to open up your bag because my earrings are missing. And I'm like, girl, I don't know.
Had she left the house for any time during that cleaning?
No, she was there the entire time. She was downstairs.
Okay, let me hear from you.
Your Honor, so initially, I did hire her for her cleaning services. We've been friends for about 3 years, and we would go out to eat. I would support her kids. So we had a good working relationship, and we would hang out after work.
Yeah, y'all laid off now?
We still work at the same
You
place.
think that she laid up? She has a full-time job. She has a business on the side, and she's not laid off. So, why would this woman steal from you? That's my point. She is working full-time as she always has, and now has a side business, and she's a friend that hangs out with you all the time. But I'll let you tell me. You must know something I don't know about her.
And I wondered the
she
same
smoke
thing.
crack on the side?
Not that I know of.
Oh,
sir.
well, okay.
Not
Well,
that
tell
I
me
know
why
of.
you think this friend of yours would do that. You don't smoke, do you, ma'am?
I do not.
Take pills?
Do not.
Heroin?
None.
Go ahead. That's the only folks. Go ahead, ma'am.
Initially, when she arrived that
Crystal
day...
meth?
No.
Oh, you were slow about answering that?
I got you on some wine, though.
She a wine, no. You ain't got to steal to drink wine. You can hang out outside the party store and get somebody to buy you a $2 bottle of wine. Go ahead, though.
Initially, when she came that day, her and her employee, as she said, showed up. But this whole time, she never told me another person was coming with her. We never discussed it or anything, so I don't know who this person is that was at my house. And I'm pretty private. I don't like people at my house. You know, like my items where they are. So I was a little upset when she showed up. And, you know, I didn't want to be weird or anything, so I let them clean. I let them in the house. And about like, you know, an hour and a half went by and they were cleaning up and stuff. And as they were coming down, I was looking around, you know, just to make sure because I don't know who this other person is. And as I go upstairs to check my bathroom counter, I noticed my hoop earrings were missing off my counter.
Okay, so let me go through her with these questions again. The person you had with you,
Yes.
are they laid off?
No, she's not laid off, but she does have a new job.
And she ain't got her first check yet.
No, she's with me for about a year. She was very reputable.
Part-time?
A lot of people, yes. And
No. We might be on to something.
Judge, I'm sorry, but I'm telling you, a lot of people requested her for while she was with me, and maybe about.
Yeah, but they ain't had no earrings laying around. This is a different situation. She laid off?
She's not laid off.
She smoke crack?
She does not smoke crack.
Heroin?
None.
Pills?
No.
Crystal meth?
No.
Ain't nobody took your stuff.
Coming up on Mathis Court with...
Go ahead, tell me what you believe happened.
So when I noticed my earrings were missing, I was angry because I knew exactly where I placed them on my counter. And I just come running downstairs before they left.
When had you placed them there?
When I got home that day. So.
When did they come? What time did they come?
Maybe around 3:30 p.m.
Prior to you discovering your earrings, no one had been in the house.
Correct.
Go ahead.
Correct. So I came downstairs, you know, to ask her initially. I was angry, so I was a little bit hostile. I can't lie. Yes, a little bit.
I thought you were going to fight
I asked
me.
her politely.
No.
And I did.
No.
To, you know, show me her belongings, or at least her and her employee empty their belongings. Something a normal
Open
person
your
would
MF
do.
bag.
Yeah. No.
Open your MF
I only
bag.
did that after you refused, and I tried to be nice about it.
You should have showed her your badge.
We work at the same place, Your Honor.
No, I'm saying you must work on the side as a police officer.
I'm going to be, yes.
Okay, and well, until you finish, you can't ask anybody to search them.
Yes, sir.
You're not a law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
And no one has an obligation. That would be a favor she's doing for you. In general, if my 2-year friend I've been hanging out with, we're friends, suddenly you tell me you don't just ask, hey, did she say, have you seen them? Please tell me she at least said that first.
She came down yelling and
Please say she said, have you guys seen my earrings?
I did ask, have you seen my earrings? I asked her, have you seen my earrings?
No.
They said no, and they were looking at each other very confused while we all tried to figure this out together.
That is not what happened. You know what, Judge Mathis? I own a reputable black-owned business, and if she would have asked me nicely, I would have opened my bag. But she came at me, cursing me out, and that was just out of line.
What do you mean? White folks wouldn't do it like that?
They could too.
You say you have a black-owned business,
I do
and
have
that's
a
why you
black-owned
would do it.
reputable
You're trying to
business.
say that white-owned businesses steal.
But what I'm saying is my business
Talking about white
steal.
people in my court. When you talk about black, there's an opposite side. White people. I protect white people. I don't say nothing bad about white people in my court.
You got it. You got it.
Go ahead. They know my politics. Go ahead.
I I told her, I asked her first. I was angry. I did ask her. So when she refused, I decided to call the police because these were very valuable earrings. I was hurt that I thought my friend, would do me the favor of opening her stuff to show me.
Okay. When the police got there, were they still there?
No, they decided to leave before the police.
How long did it take for the police to come?
Probably about 15 minutes.
Yes. Wow, I need to move where you're at. Police come in 15 minutes. Where are you all? In L.A.? What?
We're in Las Vegas.
All right. What community? Police come quickly there?
No. Especially not for
They
that.
did that day.
They did that day.
They did that day. When I called, they came.
Did she tell you she was calling the police?
She did tell me she was calling the police.
So why did you leave out? Why couldn't you take...
Because she was acting like she wanted to fight me. She was getting very rowdy, like I said, cursing me and my employee out, and I thought it just wasn't a good situation. Why would I sit there and wait for the police? And I know as 911 dispatcher, I know that this isn't serious, and it might take them an hour
and
to
you
get
know
there.
how long it takes. You send the police,
That's
so you know how
that's-
long it takes.
Exactly.
That's your profession.
Exactly.
Is to see how long it takes for the police to get to the resident that has called them.
Right.
You say, police, the person call 911. Miss Marcy, I got an emergency. Can you call the police? You say, boom, hang up. Police, get there as soon as you can. Then you're able to see on a board or something that shows how long and how far they are away. So when the person calls you back, they're 2 minutes away.
Yep.
So she knows that operation. So I don't believe that she would assume it's going to be 15 minutes, first of all. And then, but on the other hand, if you thought it was going to be 15 minutes, you could wait in the car.
Of course.
You didn't have to wait for her, but I wouldn't assume she would think it would only be 15 minutes. The average police call on something like that, where unless you told them you felt in fear of your life, they're not coming for an hour. They're not coming. It's a non-emergency to them. My house cleaner, I can't find my earrings, and the house cleaner's the only one could have taken them. What did they tell you?
Yeah, it was the fact that I was their coworker in the same community, so they respond faster for their own, and they took a report for me. They did. So when they came there, they were already gone, and they ended up taking the report for me.
Okay, a report. So what did they do about the report? Did
I have
they
the evidence, right?
No, tell me. Did they investigate it?
They did. They got their story from me. They asked me what happened.
No, investigate.
They
They
did.
got their story from you. They got their story from you on the report.
Right.
I'm saying they follow up. When police have a reasonable suspicion that it occurred, not even probable cause, a reasonable suspicion that what you're saying might be true, they assign a detective to investigate. So did you get that?
Yeah, they're still investigating right now.
Okay.
Yes.
When is the last time you spoke with them?
About a week ago.
And they said, we're still investigating.
Correct.
When did the incident occur?
It occurred about maybe 6 months ago.
Okay, 6 months it's taking them to even tell you that they're investigating. All right. I'm tempted to think that they told you it was a civil claim and take it to court. That's when I'm tempted to believe. They didn't tell you that?
Initially, the detective, after the week, told me it was a civil claim.
I knew the truth was going to come out. You're going to talk to me about law enforcement. I know y'all do the fire department, but this is my area. But nonetheless, you're here being sued yourself for failing to pay for the services you provided.
Yes.
And she's saying that she don't think she should pay because she believes you did it. Now, what about bringing this person with you?
I am unable to bring her with me.
I don't know. I'm saying to clean the home. She has stated that she didn't think it was appropriate for you to bring a stranger into her home to help clean.
Now, see, Judge Mathis, I believe that she has some type of memory problems because during the time, and maybe because we were drinking too, but as I was telling her, if it's not an apartment, I always bring somebody with me. She told me she had upstairs, downstairs, 3 bedrooms. I can't do that in 2 hours for $300, and I typically charge $500. And so for me, yes, I'm going to bring somebody. I didn't tell her who, but yes, I always have somebody with me.
And that's that if it's a home that is typical.
Yes.
house, unless you're going to spend 7 hours there, you can't complete a 3-bedroom house with how many levels? 2 levels?
It's 2 levels.
With 2 levels. And how many hours did?
I was there about 2 hours.
She expect you would have been there for double that time, at least 4 to 5 hours.
Yes.
So it's reasonable for someone to bring someone if they are, you just perhaps don't know the industry. The most irritable thing to me in the world is our housekeeper putting my stuff in different place than they found it. That irritates me to death. If it's something that's customary, people don't ask. It's customary for you to be sworn in. It's customary for you to say your name in court. So you don't come in here asking, Judge, do I have to be sworn in? Judge, do I have to say my name in court? No, you wouldn't ask me because you know that's customary to be sworn in. So it's customary to bring 2 people for a 2-level, 3-bedroom house, I would suspect. So that's where I am with her bringing the second person. However, you are responsible for whatever that second person did. Now, you didn't told me already this second person not smoke crack. What they do?
She doesn't do anything.
No, she only worked part-time.
Yes.
Well, that's one step from smoking crack. You done already told me that she works part-time, and therefore she might be in need of money. How long have you known her?
I've known her on and off. She's a family friend, but she's worked with me about a year.
On and off, mean in and out of rehab?
No.
What do you mean on and off? What you mean by on and off?
No.
All right, ma'am. The $300 is right along with her counterclaim of $1,795, and you have the obligation to prove it. So you have the obligation that she owes you because you clean.
Yes.
And I'll grant you your $300 for doing that because she did clean, correct?
Correct.
So the issue now becomes your $1,795 for the price of the earrings. Well, there were 2 people there. However, she is your employee. So the issue becomes, did you really put your earrings in there? And how do we know you did? My son, the bailiff, rather, told me that there's a lie detector test that you all have taken.
Yes. Yep.
All right, well, that's making this easy.
Yeah.
Who has the results?
I can get it for you.
You have them? Okay, thank you.
You know, when you live like that, you just forget a whole bunch of stuff.
But I know where everything is.
You know,
and I've never lost anything.
Your mind is your surroundings, and her surroundings is very cluttered.
I was her employee, because nothing was missing before you came.
Did you, Marcia Young, steal the defendant's diamond hoop earrings?
I did not.
Well, lie detector says you did.
Wow. No,
Your claim is dismissed.
I knew it.
Your claim is dismissed. And
You know, I would like another lie detector test.
I knew
No, I did not steal your earrings.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff has been ordered to pay $1,795.
Any final words?
Once a thief, always a thief.
Clearly, I am not a thief.
Well, you hired them. So
I am not a thief, and
apparently not.
Morgan Lynn is suing her ex-boyfriend, Jake Schneider, in the amount of $677. Miss Lynn claims they agreed to split the cost of their daughter's birthday party, but says when it came time to celebrate, he banned her from the event.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated. Judge, both litigants have been sworn in.
Thank you, officer. State your name.
I'm Morgan Lynn.
Sir?
Jake Schneider, Your Honor.
All right, and ma'am, you're suing for $677, alleging that your ex, does that mean ex-husband or ex-boyfriend?
Ex-boyfriend, we were never married.
Okay. You would have got more than $677. You should have married him. Get that bread. I'm just kidding. Money shouldn't be the big factor in a marriage. Give me some background on why we're here and what's going on.
We're here today because I am suing my daughter's father for half the cost of a birthday party that we agreed to host together, and in the end, he did not allow me to attend.
Yeah, sorry, I was about to laugh. That's not funny at all. I apologize.
It's not funny at all.
It sure isn't.
I have the text message agreement where
You
we
had
agreed.
to pay and couldn't come.
I paid. I have documents that
To
I
your
paid
own daughter's event.
to my own daughter's event that we planned together.
You know, I ask background questions of people to determine whether the things they're going to tell me here in court make sense.
Okay.
So, what was the relationship like? Was it a lot of turmoil? Did you go through these things? And give me some background. You had a child together. How old is the child?
She is 7 right now.
All right. Have they had a good relationship? Give me some background on yourself.
Yeah, we were together about a year, and I had an accident, you could say, accidental pregnancy very early on in the relationship. Ever since
You had a
then.
premature child.
Yes.
Yeah, children aren't accidents. You the accident.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. It's all on us.
Go ahead.
And it was a very rocky relationship, being so young. We didn't have a lot of time together as adults, so it was very stressful.
Could you all afford the child?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
good.
But we're also focused with our careers and managing a toddler.
Focus with I was focused
a new relationship.
on our
new
career.
relationship.
It didn't even work. Okay. All right.
Focusing on his career and what else?
A new relationship, you know, and a toddler, you know.
While with you all, he had a new relationship with a new woman?
No. We were still together, but it just, we had too much stress in our life.
All right, you give me some background.
Well, yeah, Your Honor. I mean, this is really ridiculous. You know, this has nothing to do with our wonderful daughter's birthday party whatsoever. My ex-girlfriend was more than welcome to attend. There's obviously a reason that we separated. We had decided a year ago to co-parent and raise our beautiful Layla together.
We were getting along just fine.
Excuse me, may I finish? May I finish?
And you went
okay.
left.
Okay. See, this is why you're single. Okay, this is exactly why we're not together anymore. Okay.
Well, she won't be for long after these men see her on this television show. After these millions of men, or they'll be lined up around the corner. Don't you worry about being alone. You might be alone, but you'll never be lonely.
Yeah. Careful what you wish for. Yeah. But anyway,
who you got? Who you got?
I got a wonderful fiance, Your Honor.
She's gonna be gone in a minute, like her too. Go ahead. You continue with your background.
You know, we agreed for the sake of our daughter's happiness to throw this birthday party together, and she agreed to throw in half of.
You and your daughter have a close relationship?
Very close. My daughter is my life.
Good.
I love my daughter more than anything. And
He's
everything.
always trying to compete with me.
There's no competition.
With our daughter's attention.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's
ridiculous.
A good thing.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Well, it makes me look bad.
I'm sorry if you're
Why
not
does it make you feel bad? If he wants to be a better father than you are a mother, that's the best competition you can have. Exactly. I'm going to go out, so that's because that's the best result for your child, is for both parents competing to see how good they can be to me.
I think he's trying to always make me look bad.
What's
the
difference? Does he talk against you?
We have before.
No.
Yes.
Does he talk against you to the child?
In the past.
I have never talked.
She comes home after a visitation, perhaps with her dad, or spending the weekend, and says, "Dad has talked about you." She's done that before. Dad said this about you.
Yes, she has. As a matter of fact, she came home a few days before that birthday party and told me, "I'm going to have a new mom." And I said, "What do you mean? Is this a joke? Is this a toy? You know, what do you want?" And
so what's
she
the
said,
problem? I'm sorry I'm single and I'm in a new relationship where I'm actually happy, and I'm using that as a bargaining chip for being here today and using your.
Let her finish, sir. Go ahead.
She said, "Daddy and his girlfriend are getting married." Girlfriend? What girlfriend? It's a revolving door around there. I've never met anybody. So why am I hearing about this from my daughter and not from him? So it's either a fake relationship, not serious, or...
How often does your daughter stay with him?
It's 50-50.
Okay, so she will be under the new mom's roof.
I'm the mom.
And authority.
I'm the only mom.
Okay.
The new stepmom, whatever. You want to play word games, good, but the word games doesn't help your child, and it doesn't get you in the door at the party. Go ahead, as we've seen. Go ahead.
She literally hit the nail on the head. This is exactly where everything all of a sudden went sour. So when she found out that I have a new...
I can see what happened. She corrected me with the word game. No, it's not a new... I'm not a new mom. You know what I was talking about. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Now you want to fight with me.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Now ain't nobody going to be lined up. Because I'm telling them now, they see now. Go ahead.
A few days before the birthday party, Your Honor, I find out through a friend that she went on social media and made these vile posts about my girlfriend. As a matter of fact, Bailiff, if you
Let me
would
see
give
it,
this
please.
to the court.
He's court officer.
Yeah.
Court officer. He's been sworn in as a deputy court officer by the Wayne County Sheriff.
Your Honor, actions speak louder than words.
You heard me. I just want you to don't diminish my son. He's highly trained. Now let's get back to your thing and your daughter.
It's just saying, if you look at actions from my ex, read that post. That is insane. She went on a social media killing spree, defaming my girlfriend.
It was only one post.
No, that's irrelevant.
I did some digging and I found some very
you want to set an example
shady
for our
information.
daughters?
This is horrible. Did your daughter, would she have access? But your daughter's how old again?
She's 7 years old. You know, thank God she has no access to Facebook.
Somebody could tell her. One of her friends' mothers could tell the friend, the little kid, and the little kid. You know how little kids find out. Little kids find out. My ex has brought a low-life, classless woman into my Layla's life. She's better known from her days spent on the pole, which is probably how she caught the attention of my ex, and now wants to play house with my family. Oh, he's your family. Oh, that's... You referring to him as your family, because you didn't say daughter, you said family. That's more than one. That's not the kind of woman I want around my kid. Who knows what kind of cooties she's bringing into that house. Disgusting. You posted this? Why? Why did you post this?
Because he should have told me about
Was this a text? No, this is a public post, though. Why are you telling the public your business?
Because I
What's the
need
matter with you?
everyone on my
What's the matter with you? You do this and have this on record for your child to see time your child does start. And I promise you, within the next 3 years, she's going to be looking at this. She's going to be on social media.
This is exactly
just so ridiculous. People coming here all the time, having shared their information with the entire world, all their followers. When their followers are going to tell the entire world, I bet you that. They reposting this. I bet you about 2,000 people know about that. If you had 2 followers, 2,000 people know by now, because they're reposting it. Oh, you see what's happening with Lynn and Morgan and all that. Ooh, they gossiping, talking about you behind your back, saying everything, calling you a low life. Probably. Some people are. They're taking his side, or they're just saying, why would she do this and put this on social media for her child to see? They gossiping about you. They talking bad about you. I don't know what you thought you were going to get out of publishing this, but that's what they're doing. And why did you do it, ma'am? Why did you go and publish this to the public?
Because he needs to respect me as our daughter's mother.
This is how you want to earn respect?
To communicate
by talking like that about a
I don't
loved one
respect
of
you
mine?
now.
Yeah, this is
I don't respect you for what you did. Don't roll your eyes at me. I'll throw you out. All right? I'll hold you in contempt and you'll be going out the door. I told you he's got sheriff's training. He's just not a bailiff. He's a sheriff, deputy sheriff. So they know how to do it. They're trained to do it. Did you go to all your martial arts classes?
I did.
You said that kind of slow.
I missed one.
So the money part, however, you paid for half, and there was an agreement that he would pay the other half?
Correct.
And you gave him your half?
I did. I have documentation of that.
All right, sir. How could you forbid her from coming? I might have did something different, altered something regarding this get-together or birthday party after if this came 3 days before the party, something, yeah, you messed that party up. You messed it up. You're going to keep rolling your eyes, huh? You did. Your claim is dismissed. Bye. Contempt. You rolled your eyes. I warned you. You did it again.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed. Kasha Vance is suing Asia Robertson in the amount of $800. Miss Vance claims her friend gave her a sob story that she couldn't pay her rent and says that after she gave Miss Robertson the money, the defendant went to Vegas instead.
State your name.
Tasha Vance.
Ma'am?
Asia Robertson.
All right, and you are suing Miss Robertson for $800, saying that she used money that you gifted to her for a particular reason on something else.
Yes, sir, she did.
Start with you. And that's called conversion, by the way. And it's when you take money from one purpose and you use it for another. You've converted that use to a new use. And the question is, was that the intent? Otherwise, they might not have given it to you. Let's start with you. I done gave you the law, so you know what to say now, right? Go ahead. What happened here?
Well, sir, what it pretty much happened is I take walks every morning. Miss Asia, she also was going on those, walking in the same area. So when we met up, I was see her and I said, you know what? She seemed like a really nice young lady. So we started talking, and then the next thing you know, we became friends.
Good.
And I was looking at her, I said, you know what, she's about the same age as my children, which are grown now.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, maybe I can be a mentor or maybe help her through some things in her life. So after we started talking and everything, we would take walks for like 3 months. 3 times a week we'd be together.
Right.
And then what happened was is that after
what would you all talk about? I'm just curious.
We would talk about, like, for instance, my children, the things that I was going through that I didn't understand.
Talk about
my
kids.
My daughter was her age.
Talk about our kids.
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor.
What else does she talk about?
She was telling me about her
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about my wife's walking partner.
Your wife's walking partner.
Yeah, you telling me what y'all be doing when on them walks. I want to know what she do. You say y'all talk about the kids. What else y'all be doing on them walks?
Well, we were talking about, you know, me.
And how long do y'all walks last?
Oh, I walk.
My wife can walk to Vegas as long as hers lasts every morning. So I'm not sure about them walks, quite frankly. But no, let me thank you, Denise. My wife has walked for 3 years. She's lost 25 pounds. She was already beautiful, but she feels a lot more beautiful. That it couldn't get more beautiful to me already, but she feels a lot more beautiful from those walks. All right, and you would counsel with her, mentor her, exchange information, and tell her, use your experience, I'm sure, as an example of how she could achieve a positive and productive lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
Good. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I enjoyed our walks so much. They were therapeutic for the both of us because at the time we both needed somebody to talk to. I was struggling with motherhood, and that's where I felt like she related with me. I have 2 kids, and I on my own, so I looked to Miss Tasha as a motherly figure because at the time my mother wasn't around.
Great. And how old are your children?
5 and 6.
Has it benefited you? You say it has.
It did at the time, and I was very appreciative.
Okay, good. See? That's how mentees should be. Now you got to give her some money.
I don't believe I owe her the money because she...
We haven't gotten to that yet. I was just trying to get some background on you. And now we can get to the part that might not make me so proud. And we'll see who I'm disappointed in. Let's see what happened with the monies. How did that come about?
Okay, well, the thing is, sir, it's like after 3 months of us going constantly, 3 times a week, she stopped coming. And I'm like, oh my goodness, because usually if she's not going to be there, she'll text me and let me know what's going on. And I didn't get a text. So I called her a couple of times, and she didn't respond to any of my phone calls. So finally, she did answer the phone. And when she answered the phone, she was just crying and yelling and screaming, and I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with you, baby? She said, oh, I'm going through some money problems.
Hold on. Now, this don't sound right. Maybe you'll clear it up. You don't call people, and they come to the phone. Just so happen when you call, they're screaming and crying about money.
So it didn't exactly happen that way. I was avoiding her calls because I was too embarrassed to tell her that I was struggling to make rent and all the other things that I was going through. So when I finally did pick up, she had asked me where I'd been. I had told her I just needed some time to myself, and then from there I started to break down because this was somebody that I confided in. This is somebody that I had seen 3 times a week. You know, I felt embarrassed to tell her what I was actually going through. And so it kind of all came out in one moment. I wasn't just, I need money, you know. She had asked me.
Now that makes sense what you're saying.
Coming up on Mathis.
So tell me about the money. Who suggested or requested?
So she said that I'm not able to pay my electricity bill and my rent, and I don't want me or my children to have to be homeless. I was like so struck with it because you know what? In my life, I have gone through that in my life as far as being homeless. You know? Me and my children. So I felt for her. And I knew what she'll have to incur or endure when she was out there going through that process with her children. So I asked her, I said, okay, how much was your rent? And she told me $800. So I gave her $800 for her rent.
As a gift?
I gave it for her rent as a gift, yes, sir.
Okay. And what did you come to find out to cause you to sue her today?
Well, what had happened was a couple of weeks later, I get a ding on Instagram. And here she go.
Partying down.
In
What?
Las Vegas. She bling blinging. Her nails look better than mine. Okay? And not only that, she had
the
this
marquee.
knucklehead on the side of her drinking, sipping on some drinks.
That's right.
That knucklehead is the father to my children.
So,
But he didn't have that 800. And
No.
you sipping with him.
so I called her.
He's sipping off your money.
I called her.
He
I
ain't paying
said,
for his own children,
That's what I'm
not
talking
supporting
about.
the mother of the children.
That's what I
and
tried
he,
to tell her.
to top it off, when you give her some money, he benefiting from that. That's where your money went. Felt good, didn't it?
Well, that's not what I use the money for, but I can see where Miss Tasha is misconstrued to think that based off something she
Who
saw
was
on
buying
Instagram.
the drinks? You
I didn't pay for anything.
you admitted to sitting there with your
I admit
children's
it.
father. Pardon?
I admit it, yes.
And he was buying them?
Yes. Who am I to give
He
up
would
a
buy
free
you
trip?
alcohol as opposed to paying rent for his children's housing? Go ahead.
Miss Tasha had been a very good friend and was always there for me, and I was really appreciative for her lending me money. Did I once ask her for the money? No. She went out of her way to give me this money.
For rent.
For rent, specifically to put a roof over my children's head, and that's exactly what I did. I was days away from having to pay rent when everything kind of started to fall in place. She had given me the money. I had just finally gotten in contact with the father of my children, and he had offered me to come out there to pretty much look for a new job and start a new life. I hadn't been in contact with my mom, and I hadn't told her, but she lived in the area, but me and her weren't on good terms based off the previous life decisions I made, having children and not finishing school. So around that time, with the 2 weeks where she hadn't seen me and I hadn't been going on the walks, I was deciding if I was either gonna pay the $800 and stay there another month, scraping around check to check, or make a bigger decision and save the future of me and my children. And so that's what I did.
Tell me how you did that. What did you do?
I sent my kids to my mom's for the summer, and I paid her $600 to watch them, and that's good, because most foster care or most child
Then
care.
what happened to the place that you were renting and you couldn't
I let
pay
it
your
go.
rent
I
for?
had to let it go. I was already behind 1 month's rent.
And she gave you the money to save that. That's what she gave it to you for. She asked you how much was your rent. You
And I
said
told-
$800. She gave you $800, not $6 of it to go to my mama so that she can provide for them. And when she not at the club, or you to go to Vegas to hang out. That's not what she gave you the money for. You just said you only used $600 of it, and you gave that to your mother, and only for a summer vacation. What happened where you live now? What happened after that?
I'm living in Vegas now with my kids and the father of my children.
How long after you took her money did you move there?
After the summer was over.
Okay, why didn't you give her money back? Since you didn't use it on the rent, the $800 on the rent that she intended it to go toward.
Well, I was under the impression once I got back on my feet, I would pay her back. But she was so upset that she saw me out doing who knows what in Vegas. Partying is what it
With
looked
the
like.
man who didn't pay for your housing of your children, the man who gave you those babies and did not pay for them, she saw you out partying with them on her tab. So $800 is your judgment. You gave her that money for the purpose of paying that $800 rent she needed to keep her and her children from being put out. Instead, she took it. Some of it went to her mother. Who knows what happened with the money there? It didn't go toward the rent. Her mother was already in there with the rent. So who knows what happened with that $600? Then the other, she goes to Vegas and gives the money or parties with the man who wouldn't even pay for his own children. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Judge Mathis has ruled in